welcome to another episode of Comics Review. I'm your host, Kevin Starkey. The first comic I want to talk about today is Superior, issue number 1. This is by Icon Publishing and Miller World. And the writer on this is Mark Miller, and the artist is Lanil Yu, I guess you pronounce it. And the subtitle of this is One Magic Wish. And let me read the back of this because it explains the comic a lot better than I can. Mark Miller and his Ultimate Avengers collaborator, Lanil Yu, join forces and bring you an all-new superhero experience. Simon Pooney was a normal kid until multiple sclerosis started taking his old life apart, piece by piece. Simon was dealing with it as best he could, and then Superior arrived. And this is a great comic. I'm kind of a Mark Miller fan a little bit. I've read a couple of his things. Nemesis is out right now, and that's another comic that he does, and I like that one a lot. And Kick-Ass was good, and I guess the new Kick-Ass is coming out soon. I'm sure I'll be picking that up too. This is a lot different than those, though. In here, it's a young boy, and basically I don't want to give any of it away, really. And I'm not a big superhero fan either, and there's some superhero elements in this, definitely. And it's actually, I mean, but it's somebody new. It's someone I never heard of. I don't know anything about. And there's a neat twist in here. I don't want to give it away. Definitely pick this one up. It's a great comic. The artwork is pretty good. It's not. Oh no, it's very good actually. Some of the other ones I'm going to review, wasn't thrilled with the art, but the art in that one is decent. The next one I want to talk about is Errant. This is issue number 1 of 5. This is the first Star Wars comic I've ever reviewed or bought, for that matter. I'm a fan of the movies somewhat, the old ones more than the newer ones. And I haven't read any of the books or anything like that. I tried to read one of the books when I was a kid, and I didn't make it very far. Because a lot of characters that you don't know, and it was difficult for me at the time. And this, it's a bunch of characters I don't know, but I'm actually kind of a fan of the animated series, the Clone Wars. And this has some of the same sort of feel to it as that. I mean, it's different characters, different Jedi, people I've never heard of. The main character here is a girl. Her name is Kara Holt. And her and a bunch of Jedis come to this planet that's being attacked by a bunch of Sith. And they're sort of there just to stall the Sith, not to rescue the planet, really. And there's a big battle with the Sith, and she ends up being the only Jedi on the planet. And it sort of ends there. It's a good story. I was surprised how much I actually liked it. Definitely I'm going to pick up the next one. If you're a Star Wars fan, or maybe if you just sort of like sci-fi action, you might want to pick that one up. The third comic I want to talk about, this is another one of those pilot season from Top Cow, and it's actually from Image also. I see Image Comics on there too. This is Forever, issue 1, and maybe there'll be more if it gets voted up. This is one that I would definitely, it inspired me to get on and vote for. I really like this one. I'd like to see this one become its own series. There's this company called Longevity, and they've developed the science to make people live longer. And the main character in here, his name is Ryan. He works for that company as like a tech or something, a low-level job. And then he finds out that something not very good is happening with the company, how they're making people live longer, and then this character named Kane is introduced, and Ryan had grown up in an orphanage, and this man knows him from those days, and he knows stuff about this company, and he sort of enlightens Ryan about it, and it is a really neat comic. Highly recommended. Definitely pick that one up, I think, and vote for it if you can. I'd love to see that become a series. Now, the final comic I want to talk about today is Edge of Doom. This is issue number 1, and this is by IDW. And Basically, it's a horror comic, and the main character, this guy, he's 43 years old. He's split with his wife. He kept the house. He's drinking a lot. He hasn't gone back to his job since him and his wife split. They show him playing with a gun, and he ends up going back in the backyard and starts mowing, riding the lawnmower, mowing the lawn, and drinking, making a ruckus. And it's at nighttime, and the neighbor yells over the fence, I just put my kids to sleep. Why are you making all this racket? And he throws the bottle at the guy, and then he discovers something in the yard that, this is a horror comic, so it's kind of creepy and kind of scary. I wasn't scared, but, it's pretty creepy. Something happens to his neighbor, and then something starts to happen to him, and, wow. Awesome comic. Is it the greatest thing in the world? No, but it's pretty cool, and it was a fun read, and I will definitely be picking up the next one. It's, the author on this is Steve Niles, and the artist is Kelly Jones. Steve Niles, he's done some pretty cool stuff. I've read a lot of his stuff. Definitely pick that one up if you sort of like the horror genre, and it's a fun read. And all the artwork in most of these are pretty good. The ones that weren't great, this Forever one, it's kind of strange. It was okay. The Edge of Doom one, it was actually pretty good. So I don't know what I was talking about earlier. Star Wars, that one is kind of actually pretty good too. They're all pretty good. That's it for this week. Please leave a comment here on YouTube or over on my blog at twodognight.net and let me know what you're reading. Let's talk comics. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.